Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. New subscribers. Hi. Old subscribers. Hello. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. And yeah, um, thank you for being here. I'm very grateful for you being here. And I'm very proud of you for at least making it through your life to this point. If nobody said it to you today, I'll say it to you right now. I'm proud of you. You're doing well, and you can always do better, but you will in the future. So there's that. I don't know. Does that help? Does that make you feel better? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's cold. It's gray. It's like a really, really perfect day. I love cold and gray days. I love wearing lots and lots of clothes, but I'm not right now. I don't know. I've restarted this video too many times, and I feel like extremely insecure for some reason. Um, yeah, my fingernails are red. I dyed my hair. You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know. It's cold. And yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I don't record, I feel like I just need to record something. That way I can put content out there. But then at the same time, I'm like insecure. I'm like, oh, now I feel forced. And now I feel blah, 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 blah. All these things. And it's all very stupid. And if I have boogers in my nose, no, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, no, I don't. But yeah. I need to fix my lip liner. So, how are you guys doing? This is my pumpkin of doom. My pumpkin of makeup. I'm putting into my box of makeup. Oh no, it's the wrong box. No, it's the right box. Okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. If I say it enough, maybe it'll come true. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm doing fine. It's just life is fucking weird, and it throws curveballs, and then whatever. Like whatever. It's fine. It's fine. That's great. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Life is funky right now. And it's making me mad. Ugh. Whatever. Whatever. I got my back brace in, and something interesting happened. So I wore it like out in public underneath above my clothes, but underneath my jacket. And I noticed that when I went to Walmart, I kept trying to like slouch over, and then it actually helped me understand that psychologically I view Walmart as extremely threatening, and I feel very threatened being in Walmart because I kept like trying to hunch over, but my back I had a back brace, and I'm such a loser. I had a back brace to help because I have like crushed vertebrae, and so I was trying to like improve my posture or whatever, and I kept trying to like hide my like crouch over. Something that I've learned personally about crouching over is that you're trying to hide your internal organs. You're trying to actually protect them from things that you find threatening. So, for instance, years ago, I talked to this girl who was she came from a DV household of a lot of alcoholics. And she grew up in like the Hispanic culture, Mexican culture, and so everybody was drinking, and she was in a DV household, but she came into the store and talked to me about some things, and I told her about how, whenever you feel threatened, you will hide your internal organs because psychologically, primally, you're afraid. That's the one place that like, you don't want to get gutted, right? And die. That's where you're vulnerable. And so it is like a very primal thing to kind of hunch over and protect those things. Um, and she was like, wow, that's exactly it. Because she explained that anytime she was around somebody who was drinking, she noticed that she started crouching more over and became more like hiding her guts, basically. So personally, so I've talked to people about this before. It's just that because I haven't had many conversations with humans personally, intimately, like in the presence of another human. I haven't had many of those in quite some time. Um, these thoughts kind of, they're there. They're inside of me. They're not lit up though because they're not being accessed in a way, you know. And when I'm online, I try to stay off of everybody's shit. I try not to like interact too much with people because it's such a false type of a community, a false type of interaction. And also, you never know if you're interacting with bots or this or that or blah blah blah, right? Whatever. So sometimes it's very aggravating and consuming and confusing. But when I was in Walmart, I noticed that I kept, like, every second I kept trying to like crouch, and so it was like this. I was literally like crouching, 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 and my spine was like resetting itself. And I was talking to my husband while I was there. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is so real. This is such a strange phenomenon. Like, now that I have a back brace and I'm able to tell that I was trying to crouch every like a millisecond, even though my back brace was stopping that from happening from how tight it was, um, it got me thinking personally about how much stress I feel from going to Walmart, how threatened I feel on some level about going to Walmart, so primally threatened that I'm constantly trying to hide my guts from everybody in the store. I thought that was very peculiar because number one, you know, um, I felt like I am kind of a person, well, I know I am, that if it came down to it, I would rip somebody apart with my bare hands, with my teeth, whatever, right? It's just some stuff of my past. You know, there's an aspect of myself that I know really well, um, that it would be dangerous for me to be placed in a situation where I had to then react to something that could cause that aspect of me to come out because, um, yeah, jail time. Anyways, you know, whatever. And so I purposefully avoid friends, family, and situations that would put me into a place where that aspect of me would bloom or come out in any way because, like I said, jail time. Jail time. And so, yeah. Um, yeah. So I will block people and other things. I have like a whole understanding of myself that I really try to avoid or deviate from certain things, um, because I do not wish for that aspect of myself to claw its way out of hell and like come out of my mouth and devour somebody. Um, Especially because it's just one bad day could ruin my entire life. It could ruin anybody's life, but one bad day. And I'm not talking bad day like this happens, this happens. No, no, no. I mean like I'm at the wrong place at the wrong time and somebody forces me to react in a way that is I have to defend myself. That's what I'm saying. Is I just need to make sure I don't ever get into those positions where I have to defend myself in any way, shape, or form. But all these things being said, going to Walmart and constantly trying to hide my fucking internal organs, oh my god, that's kind of weird. That was kind of like a weird little thing. So yeah, I just felt very, very disappointed this week. And you know what? I am going to talk about it. And I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. If you hate me, great, fantastic. Unsubscribe and fuck the fuck off. I think that it would just be better if you did that. And if you agree with me, cool. If you don't agree with me, but you want to still chill, that's okay too. We can agree to disagree. We are allowed to both be two completely different human beings haunted by a holy ghost that haunts the bones and still exist on this planet. The world's big enough for everybody. So, that being said, number one, the big thing, David Lynch died, and that fucking sucked. Number two, Neil Gaiman has been thrown off of his pedestal because of all of these crazy things. Just look up Neil Gaiman in a Vulture article and you'll get the whole full meal deal. I won't be saying anything else other than, what the fuck? Number three, Leah Mouse, who I love and adore, and I have purchased from her before. She is closing down Underworld Connection candles, which she has had open for quite some time. So that sucked too. Number four, see, number four, let me see. Something else happened. I forgot what it was. But anyways, there's been like a lot of things happening externally that are kind of making me feel like a wet noodle internally, like a wet soggy sock. So many things have been happening that just they make me feel icky, like a wet soggy sock. Um, I I don't know, and I don't care. Like I just every time something about David Lynch comes up, I start crying. Every time I start talking about David Lynch, I start crying. Right now, there are hornets in my nose, and I feel like I'm about to cry. My tear ducts are getting wet. Um, I'm really angry about the whole Neil Gaiman thing, and I've had some. I speculated in the past because there was a gothic YouTuber that I watched for quite some time, but then I stopped watching them because they were so, like, kind of obsessed with certain things that made me feel uncomfortable. Like a lot of the gothic YouTubers, they do Shein and Temu hauls and stuff like that. I'm not into that. But she had ran into Amanda Palmer, and in the video, Amanda Palmer gave me some really weird vibes. Like it made me uncomfortable. And I'm somebody who is a victim of SA. I'm somebody who is a victim of DV. I'm somebody who has been through the ringer with groomers and narcissists. And the way Amanda Palmer was treating this one YouTuber in particular that I used to watch, it made me very uncomfortable. And I knew, as somebody who's been put in a strange situation, what the fuck was going on. And I was speculating then. I was like, there is something odd with these two. And that's kind of whenever I started backing away. I never really liked Amanda Palmer to begin with. I liked Neil's books. But then everything else that's been coming out, it's been disappointing. It's been more than disappointing. And I've been really trying to finish watching American Gods. And it's just like every, I don't know, it's just filled with disappointment. One disappointment after another after another. Now, I think it's fantastic that things are getting revealed about the industry and its underbelly and all of these crazy things. People are really focused on stuff like Diddy and all these actors, but they're not focused on who was puppeteering Diddy. They're not focused on the higher up people. They're not focused on some of these. They're not focused on the right things. Um, it's just. I feel like there's so many branches of the government that are just investigating themselves. It's gotten to the point where do you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many like politicians that have been lobbied by corporate entities that are trying to do certain things and all this bullshit, and it's like it is this planet, at least America. I don't know about outside of America, but I know with America, it is literally like our government investigates itself, and then once it finds out that it's its own self doing the thing, they act like, they act like, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly. I don't know for sure. I'm not a part of it. So truthfully, I can't speak on it because I don't know a goddamn thing. But mostly, yeah, something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's just weird. So for instance, let's go on a small scale. Like when the police investigate themselves and they do an internal investigation and they find out somebody was doing some no bad stuff, well, somebody has to take the fall for that no bad stuff. But here's the thing, they're all engaging, like, okay, our local police, let's just say our local police. I'm not going to say on a big scale, but like as above, so below. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, So anyways, like they do an internal investigation. They find out, oh, he's been doing some things. Oh my god, maybe he's been taking a little out of the evidence. Maybe he's been getting some BJs from an informant. Maybe he's been blah 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 blah. I don't know. When they find out, they're like, oh fuck, man, they're still friends. They're still friends. There is no real true black and white. Oh, you are bad. You get exiled. We don't like you. It's all intertangled horseshit because they were all at the same party together, all sniffing coke off the same bitch's ass. You know what I mean? Or like go ahead and like have a real interview with an escort. Like really, gain the trust of a couple strippers. Okay, I'm not talking fuck them. I'm talking how about you go to the underbelly? Start interviewing crackheads. Start interviewing streetwalkers. Start interviewing my mom used to call them bathroom queens, the girls that hang out in the bathrooms when the at the public parks and like do nefarious things for money while the dad's supposed to be watching their kids that play at the park. They're still in the bathroom getting up from the bathroom clean. Um, Whenever you start investigating and actually interviewing these people that society pushes away, because it's a gross aspect of human nature. They're like, I don't want to talk to an escort. I don't want to talk to a prostitute. I don't want to talk to a crackhead. I want to ignore their existence and pretend they're not there. When you start interviewing them, you'll start getting information from them like, oh, this police officer told me that if I did this, then I wouldn't get arrested for that. But who's going to believe a street walking crackhead prostitute? Are you? I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, what do they know? They're just crackheads. They're probably high. Anybody could have said that they were somebody. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I think that the biggest issue here is that everything's corrupt and everyone's corrupt. And I mean, I don't think there's really a way for you to escape to the mountains and live in a cave and light fires and hang out with bears. I mean, this isn't Masha and the Bear Babe. Like you can't really escape to the woods and run away from it. It'll find you eventually. Eventually, the some rich bozo is gonna purchase that cave or the land that cave's on and try to kick you out. And they'll be like, "Well, this is my $4 billion ranch." Whatever. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know. And so I don't really know what to do with any of that information either. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck can you do? What the fuck can you do? I've heard from metaphysical people, metaphysical authors, that they were fucked over by their metaphysical publishing companies the same way that these music industry people fuck over independent artists. They give them a paycheck advance loan, and if you sell so much, and then it'll pay off that loan. But it's only just a fucking percentage of what they really make, and then their company gets to do whatever the fuck they want with millions and millions of dollars that comes from exploiting individual artists and making them feel like without us, the publishing houses, the producers, the music companies, the record labels, the hi hat directors, Hollywood, whatever, without us, you would be nobody. We're gonna pimp you out, exploit you, but also give you to the public, and then that's gonna bring in revenue for us. You'll get a tiny cut. You'll get a toenail of it, okay? Babe, you'll get a toenail of the billions of dollars we're going to take from you. But you'll get a toenail from it and you'll be happy. You'll be happy. What? What? That's just, it's crazy. It's insane. It's nefarious. It's wrong. It's wrong. Let's just be honest. It's wrong. It's wrong. What they do on every level is wrong. What they did to this independent artist was wrong. And I love her work and I wanted her to be proud of herself and go and be independent. But they make you sign these contracts where you're not allowed to leave the companies. You're basically stuck with them. You're stuck at this record label. You're stuck at this publishing house. You're stuck working for this movie company. You're stuck working for this director. They put things into contracts that are like, well, you got a 3 movie deal. You have to do this for us. Whatever the fuck we want you to do, you have to do it. And then they kind of, it's the devil's in the details. There's that kind of sign your name in blood, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think it's like demonic. People are always like, oh, it's demonic and this and that. I don't think it's like that. I think that people are just obsessed and possessed by greed, and they do some really, really bad things because of it. Um, I've been homeless, I've been poor as fuck, and I've never sold my ass for money. I've always gotten multiple jobs. And if you are a sex worker, I'm not trying to say you're a bad person or anything like that. I have relatives and friends who are sex workers. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm the kind of person that has a certain type of like autistic brain to where if there's a will, there's a way, but I have non negotiables for life. Some people do not have non negotiables. Some people will do whatever it takes to get wherever they want to get, go and get. They'll sleep with as many people, they'll do as many things that they can under the table, above the table, on the table, in order to feel successful or to be in the spotlight or to be, that person with the best selling book and la la la. And that's it. What's the fucking point? You're just gonna die anyways. And you have to pretend like you're happy, like selling your ass or doing these horrible things behind the scenes. But um but you're not. But you're not. So I don't know. It's very peculiar. It's very strange. What's the point? Sometimes it just feels good to make art. Sometimes it feels good to be recognized. I understand that. Sometimes it feels good to get an attaboy or attagirl or a good job or to feel praised by somebody in a position of power. Yeah, of course it does. Um, at the same point, I think that we all need to just be leveled to the same thing. We are all humans to an extent, allegedly. And no human is neither good nor bad. We just are at every moment individually, different variants of this spectrum of what separate cultures and society call good and bad. Because what is a societal norm here in South Texas is not a societal norm in Saudi Arabia or India or China or Russia or Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan or Germany or Sweden. I'm just rattling off places. So, what is a societal norm here in South Texas is not a societal norm there. In Scandinavia, they leave their babies out in like -degree weather, in the snow, in strollers, outside. That would never happen here. They would throw me away and probably give me the death penalty if I did that shit, and call me horrific, horrendous names. Um, so it's weird. So what is good here is not good there. And so there's just different cultural goods and bads. Bitch, I'm confused. I hate it here. I hate this shit. You think you hate it? Try having an ounce of awareness. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Try having an ounce of awareness. Just an ounce. Just 1 ounce. Why don't they tax the churches? What's going on here? Why is Joel Osteen so fucking rich? I think that once a church has over, I don't know, 300 reoccurring guests, they should be taxed. That money should go to the mental health crisis. Fuck me though, right? What do I know? I'm just a dumb bitch who didn't graduate high school. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I don't know. So, can you save people who have agreed to do atrocious things? I don't think so. But I don't think that people always understand what they're agreeing to. I don't think that a mother who created independent, beautiful art and then got picked from a publishing company to make a tarot deck and then signed a 5-year deal, I don't think that she understood fully the waxing and waning of economy, this and that and the other. I mean, there's so many things that go into everything. Everything. There's so many levels of people making deals. There's so many levels of people having handshakes that are just so peculiar and strange, and then confusing and annoying, and I don't know. It's just life is so bizarre, and it is very, very confusing. And I've never understood it at all throughout my entire life. I've never fucking understood it. I've always asked why, and all it's done is led me to more like rat's nests of bullshit. Like it doesn't matter. Like even if you took a 5 year college like class on I don't know, just America in general, there's just so many rat's nests for you to untangle, and people will just be like, well, this is how it's done. And then in 5 years, when you're done and you graduated that college class, there's going to be this point where you get into the understanding that 5 years, a lot can change. 5 years is enough for just enough social reform to where they have to start a new whole lecture, a new whole 5 year class on some other bullshit. And then you wasted 5 years trying to untangle rat's nest. You've wasted valuable time trying to untangle rat's nests that have nothing to do with you. So what can you do? What can you do? I'm asking you, like, what can you do? Ooh, yeah, me neither, bitch. No, you just let it be. Let it just, is it your job? Is it your individual job to untangle every clusterfuck rat's nest on God's green earth? No. No. Um, it's really not, and it's unfair and unfortunate to have awareness. It's unfair and it's unfortunate for anybody to be alive in these times. No, I'm kidding. But to have any kind of awareness and to ask any kind of questions, to be like, why? Because you just get led to another problem. And even though like solutions are clear, people don't want solutions for these problems. They like the problems. Problems are profitable. Problems are profitable for who? Not for you. Not for you, silly. For the people who made the problems. Okay, so like, what can you do? Not much. Not much. There are, I don't know, maybe levels and layers to this that just don't make sense. There are levels and layers to this that I wish I could just slap a band-aid on, but I don't think I ever could. There's levels and layers to everything, and it just really hurts sometimes to have an awareness, because I think that it is paralyzing and scary, because there will always be that little girl inside of me, carrying around an encyclopedia, looking at every bug she ever found and trying to identify it and figuring out its entire life cycle. I think that there's tons of people like that on this planet, and these are the people that kind of get their shit rocked the hardest, because they're the ones that are like, why? Wow, what's going on? They're curious, they're explorers, they're scientists. They want to change the world in a better way, and in a way that will help society. But the people who create the problems are sitting at the top, pulling the strings, and there's nothing you could do. Because I mean, even if you yourself get to the top, the only way you're getting to the top is by being a corrupt piece of shit. And so that little girl inside of you is going to get stomped down more than 6 feet. And when you finally wake up after stomping her down, you'll just be a husk, a shell, a tamale with no tamale. You know what I mean? You'll just be a corn husk. And then what good is that? What good is getting that kind of information? Go to the highest point and go like, oh my god, I get it. Can you help? No. Because now you're a part of the problem. Allegedly. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just a dumb bitch who didn't make it through high school, who just dropped out, started a family, then realized, oh, this is America. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot to live in America. Oh my god. Oopsies. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get a statue of Thoth or Thoth, and I have Aleister Crowley's works coming in. I think it's his complete works coming in eventually. I have some soap that allegedly Marilyn Monroe used to use, so I'm gonna, and she used to smell like. So I'm gonna go smell some Marilyn Monroe soap. I have some Aleister Crowley books coming in, and I want to get a statue of Thoth or Thoth. I do have the tarot, the Thoth tarot, and I do enjoy it very much. I think that Aleister Crowley was kind of like a narcissistic dickhead, but then again, I didn't know him personally. So what do I know? Not much, but I'd like to go and dive back into his information. When I used to work at a bookshop, I had access to his stuff, but you don't think that you're going to like when I had access to all of these books, I could just go into work and grab them off the shelf and sit there and read them in between helping customers, and it was so much fun. It was like just the dream for me. I was living the dream, in the dream, and of the dream, and dreaming the dream. It was really nice to be in that stream of consciousness. But then 2020 happened. But then the dream came crashing down on us faster than a piano from an 8-story window, and or like an anvil from a 12-story window. And yeah, that sucked. So I went through a very stressful period of my time, and now I'm back into my book collecting phase, and well, also bone collecting phases. I don't. I have a gray wolf leg bone in my purse. Don't ask me why. It's self defense. No, it's not. It's my cell phone. I'm just kidding. I should glue that bone to my phone and then be like, hello, hello. Anyways. I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. Anyways, yeah, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I don't know anything. I'm just a dumb bitch. Like I said before, I didn't even, I don't have a GED. I didn't graduate high school. I'm nobody and nothing. So, disclaimer: I fucking suck and I'm an idiot. Um, and I'm just a stupid, silly, silly girl. But yeah, I really do like Thoth, or Thoth. And when I used to live in the swamp, we had all these ibis that would come across our yard because we had a swamp in our backyard. Not only did we see a bunch of ibis, but there would be like spoonbills, herons, and alligators. It was really nice to see them. I liked it a lot. I love ibis. They're so cute. Yeah, and I love Thoth. I love Hermes Trismegistus. I love Hermes. I love Mercury. Um, I love anything to do with Mercury. I used to collect cinnabar, or yeah, cinnabar. It has some Mercury in it. But I had a piece that this girl gave me, and then the girl ended up being like, I don't know, a total fucking bitch. So I took it and I cursed it and I threw it into a swamp. um, and yeah, fuck her. But anyways, after that, I was like, I forgot what I had done to it. I guess I had suppressed that memory because it was in like a fit of rage that I had done. So I grabbed my cinnabar she had given me and I was like, you know, and anyways, so I was like, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? And then I thought that I was just going crazy. And then I stopped and I really thought about it. And I remembered the memory came up because I guess I repressed it because I was so angry. It was in like a different part of my brain. But the body remembers. So, yeah, that being said, I purchased a new piece of cinnabar. I believe it's cinnabar. Um, and yeah, it's like toxic and all this jazz or whatever, but it's still on a matrix. So, but it wasn't as nice as the piece she got me. She got me a very expensive piece of it. Um, but yeah, I like that. I like cinnabar a lot. Um, I like Mercury. Anyways, like I like Mercury and Cinnabar and toxic stuff. But yeah, I don't know why I told you guys that, but yeah, I never thought that I wouldn't have access to that information, and so whenever I stopped having access to the information, it hurt. It was like I was wandering around, stumbling in the darkness, crawling on my stomach through hell. It was just so horrible, and it made me really sad. And I felt lost for quite some time without all of the books, without being in a library of such proportions. It made me feel like I was lost. And I've had past life dreams where I used to like I was like in Egypt at one time, and I was like uh writing something. I was always like writing stuff, like a little scribe writing shit. I don't know. And so I've had like past life dreams of being in Egypt, doing certain things and wearing certain things, and so I have always felt very connected to books. I've always felt very connected to words and books and things like that. And I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes whenever the world gets too much, I just fall back into metaphysical stuff. I have an Isis oracle here, an Isis or Isis oracle here. I really like it a lot. Um, Very compelling, very beautiful pictures. I like it a bunch. I like Egyptian stuff. I've had past life dreams of being in Egypt. Um, and stuff like that. I don't know, whatever. But yeah. But yeah. So yeah. One day I would like to go, but who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I feel like I squandered my childhood away. I should have been purchasing houses and taking trips to Egypt and Rome, but instead I was in fifth grade learning about the Texas Revolution. Ugh, stupid me! You know, like, but whatever. Um, so, so disappointing. So yeah, it's cold. I need to go check on things, and tomorrow we should wake up to snow. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Yeah, just create art, even if it's shitty, even if it's fucked up, even if it's like a fucking goat giving birth to a dolphin smoking a cigar, um, giving a seal a high five, jumping through a flaming hoop, and there's a rabbit pulling a man out of his hat. Even if it's shitty art, just start making art because you'll feel better. Don't make it because you want to add a boy or an add a girl. Make it because it's coming from somewhere deep inside of you. And if you don't do it, it'll crawl through your mouth and choke you out. Okay? Start making art. I don't give a fuck if it's shitty. I don't give a fuck if it's good. I don't give a fuck if somebody else says it's shitty. Just start doing it. Now! Shut this video off and go make some fucking art. I don't care if it's because you make it out of potatoes and ketchup. Fantastic. Lovely. Put some fucking resin over it and then boom. Okay. Yeah, just start making art from someplace within you. That way you have something outside of you from within you to anchor you back in. Do you understand? Because I fucking don't. I don't understand a goddamn thing I say any day of the week. Okay. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Goodbye.